Oba Atokpe Ise, Oba Atokpe Ise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all Edolites wherever you are in the world over. Greetings. I wish to make a statement on the trending video of Bola Tinubu that is on the internet. Now, I am standing at the Uhuru Park in Nairobi, the biggest city park in the whole of Africa. In this park in 1980, the Pope John Paul II had a mass in his pastoral visit to Kenya in April 1980. And in 1985, he also did another mass called Stato Obis for the 43rd Eucharistic Congress that took place in Nairobi on the 17th of August 1985. So I'm standing on holy ground. This park also is where Kenya got its independence. And this part also is where Kenyans fought for democracy in 1992 to put into political oblivion the one-party state in Kenya. So it's very, very symbolic that I should be here. Now, on behalf of myself and all Edolites the world over, whose telephone calls I have got, rejecting the video and the statement of Bola Tinubu, I wish to issue this statement in reply to that. I thank we all Edolites, we thank Bola Tinubu for providing us with hardcore evidence to showcase him to the world as who he really is and his role in the Edo elections. The man behind the mask, the egungun behind the mask. Yes. And he has, Tinubu crossed the line by challenging the manhood of all Edo sons. And Edo sons and daughters will not sit down and watch his intransigence on their fundamental human rights. Tinubu has shown the world how much he hates and will do to derail democracy with every inch of his being. How can he say he's a Democrat and tell a sovereign state, a state that is proud of all their achievement, a state that has existed for over 2,500 years before his ancestors came to being, who to vote for, not to vote for their choice candidate, Governor Godwin Obaseki. A true Democrat, we not talk about who, a true Democrat, we talk about who he or she supports and why he supports that person. A true Democrat will not stop others, will not incite others, nor threaten others by telling them who to vote for. A true Democrat will never, a true Democrat will never do that. Tinubu exposed himself as the kingpin of those who are undemocratic and who obstruct the democratic processes in Nigeria. We say vehemently again and shout it from the mountain top, Edo not be Lagos. We don't want godfatherism in Edo. Edo people are savvy, intelligent, and upwardly mobile people that cannot be cajoled or coerced into doing what is inimical to their own interest and peaceful coexistence. Tinubu should be reminded that he has erred against all Edos by meddling in Edo politics. It's like erring. It's like interfering into the sovereignty of all nations. There is respect. Tinubu in his video said that Obaseki was undemocratic. He didn't take part in the democratic process. I still remember I was grown up then. Tinubu ran to America He ran to America during the democratic process. He ran away from home. The real foot soldiers and people who fought for democracy stayed at home, and some paid the supreme price with their life. Tinubu only came back from America and hijacked the process. So he has no moral authority to tell us what to do. And moreover, according to the APC's constitution, he said he's a national leader. There is no provision in the APC constitution for any post of national leader. That comes again from forgery, from perjury, because it's a lie. And that was why he was not invited to the last NEC meeting of the APC, because his post does not exist. It's a post created in his own imagination, and through propaganda is trying to make it to stay and to stick in the consciousness of Nigerians. Tinubu is not a national leader, or else he will not be undemocratic. Also, Tinubu said that Obaseki is undemocratic because he removed the roof, because he ordered the roof of the National Assembly to be removed, and he poured stones there. What? Because he refused the 14 people to be sworn in. What lies? Look, the 14 people stayed without coming to take their post. Even after, how did all this thing began? Let's just quickly recap about these 14 people. The governor made a proclamation, and he said that the House of Assembly should be sworn in. The 14 he is talking about refused to be inaugurated, and the 10 were inaugurated, and a genuine speaker in the name of Frank Okiye was elected as the Speaker of the Edo House of Assembly. Later, one of the representatives, Denko Idausa, went to the National Assembly and said that the National Assembly should weigh in. And Bajamila, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, broke protocol and broke the law, broke the constitution by saying that a second proclamation should be made. And this was undemocratic and unlawful. The governor refused and went to court. And on September 19, 2019, the High Court in Port Harcourt gave a judgment that the governor was right, and asked that the legislators should come back from Abuja, where they were living with their sworn in, with their wannabe godfather, to come back and be sworn in. And they refused. They refused. And when it came December, 180 days, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, 180 days if it expires and a legislator is not in the House of Assembly, his seat can be declared vacant. And that is what Frank Okiye did. He declared the seat vacant. And these people went to court to challenge that order. And why the court has not yet given a judgment, they went and inaugurated themselves in somebody's personal parlor, inaugurated themselves and chose a speaker, which that act was a treasonable act, and they should all be arrested. It was a treasonable act. And Uzodimma, the governor of Imo, stole a maize from Auchi Polytechnic and brought a fake maize for them to be inaugurated. All these are issues in the court. And then they tried to use their fake speaker now to enter the House of Assembly, depose the lawfully elected speaker according to the courts and the rule of law, and install themselves. And the people power came to say, no, you will not invade the House of Assembly. Is it the first time that the roof of the Assembly was removed? During Oshomole's reign, when the same Ize Yamu, they are all now preaching, wanted to impeach Oshomole in 2014, Oshomole removed the roof of the National Assembly and relocated the National Assembly to State House. His party, APC, then was the minority in the House, headed by the House Speaker then, Igbe, now the ambassador of Nigeria to Mozambique. Why did Tinubu not talk then? Why did he not condemn such act? And secondly, Oshomole passed the budget of 2014 with only 9 legislators at night in the House. And the storm drained 30 billion money. Oshomole passed it in his State House at night with only 9 legislators. So what is new? What is new? Why were these things not condemned? Who is breaking the rule of law? Who is not keeping the rule of law? Also, he said Obaseki was not obeying the order of the National Assembly. The National Assembly have a right under the law and constitution of Nigeria to wade into the Edo problem. They had no right under the constitution. After all, the constitution says once a proclamation is made, it has to be obeyed. And that's what happened in Seraki's case. Only 49 senators out of 100 senators voted, were in the House of Assembly, and they casted a vote. And Seraki was made the president of the Senate, and he served his term. Buhari never made a second proclamation. So why were they forcing the governor of Edo to make a second proclamation? So my people, on behalf of all Edolites, we are telling this Shenakrib, who is trying to raid the Benin Kingdom, the Edo State, we are telling him, return back to your Lagos. Edo not be Lagos. Edolites have spoken with one voice. We have rejected godfatherism. We have rejected bad governance. We have rejected Agberoism. We have rejected kidnapping. We have rejected the looters who want to lose our common patrimony. We have rejected them. Yes, it is well with us. On behalf of all Edolites, we say no to whatever intimidation the federal government, through his process, can bring to Edo State. We say no. 4 + 4, Towagba. 4 + 4, Towagba. 4 + 4, Ogbane. Vote Governor Godwin Obaseki and Philip Shaibu on Saturday. Vote the PDP and vote the umbrella. May God bless all supporters of Obaseki. Thank you for listening to me. Amen.